Decoding with smartphone. I'm dumb. It's JavaScript tutorial part 1. In this video, we're going to talk about JavaScript variables. I'm sure if you're into JavaScript, you might be wondering what a variable is. Where a variable is a container used to store data values. In JavaScript, a variable is denoted by or it is declared by a var keyword, and a variable has a name and also can have a value. The name is called the identifier, and as I said, a variable can have a value too. Okay, in JavaScript, when a variable is declared by without a value, by default it returns undefined. So I'm going to demonstrate this and print to the console, so you will see how this all goes. Now, in naming variables in JavaScript, a variable can have a single can have an alphabet as its identifier, or an express descriptive word. So we can have X or Y or Z as the variable's name or the identifier, or we can have an a descriptive word as name, car name, etc. In this case, we're going to use X as the identifier. Now, I'm not going to assign any value to X, so what I'm going to do is print to the console log X, and this is going to return undefined. So now here we have undefined printed to the console. So as I said, whenever you declare a variable without a value, by default it returns undefined. Also, a variable's identifier cannot have a number before it. So let's say I declared my variable with the name 5x. This is going to throw a syntax error because variables are not designed to be declared in such a way. So whenever you declare a variable in JavaScript, I'm always saying JavaScript because this tutorial is about JavaScript. Okay, so whenever you declare a variable, make sure you don't begin it with a number in front, the identifier. So here I run this code here, and it returns syntax error because I have before the X. There, now everything is fixed. Okay, and also in JavaScript, variables can have almost any statement in JavaScript as its value. So a variable can have a JavaScript variable can have a number as its value. It can have a string, a Boolean, an array object, or a function, and other JavaScript statements. Okay, so in this our case, we're gonna stick to just 3 of them. We're gonna use 3 data types, that is the string, the Boolean, and the number. So over here I'm gonna declare a variable X again with a value of 5. Now when I run this code, there 5 is printed in the console because I assigned 5 to it as a value. And okay, let me just keep this one there. X is equal to 5. So I'm just keep on this one there. I'm gonna comment this, so this code will not be executed when I run the code. I'm going to declare another variable here with this for string. Okay, so I'm going to have this as car name. So our variable is car name, and I'm going to assign a car name to it. That's Toyota. Toyota. Okay. Now when I cancel log this, I'm gonna have Toyota shown in the console. Now there I have Toyota here in the console, and um, as I said earlier, you can also have a Boolean as the value. So you can also have a Boolean. So now let's say it's big, it's called false, or you can make it true, any of them. So Boolean is just about true or false. Now the console log is big. There I have false. So when I change this to true, and I'm gonna have true here. Okay. And also you can have an expression as the value of a JavaScript variable. So over here I can have a 5 plus 6 plus 2, and this is going to give us a sum of I think 13. So it's going to give us a sum of 13. I'm just going to print this x here there. So I have 13 here, and I can also add more to it. So now when I print this, I have 20. So you can also use expressions as or assign expression to a variable in JavaScript. Okay, so the part that we're going to go through right now is where most at times in programming we use variables for. Okay, so let's say in a situation that you have a bunch of string there, that you have some common text or number in the string. Okay, let me put it that way: common text in a string that you want to change it occasionally. Instead of you going back to your code and assigning, or maybe changing it one by one, or changing it one after the other, you could just hook them to a variable, and whenever you change the value of that variable, just that the string is also going to inherit the value that you modified. Okay, the new value that you assigned to the variable is also going to be concatenated to the string. So let me demonstrate this, and let's see how this is going to look. So we are back to string again. Now I'm just going to have a simple string here. My name is Dom, a full stop, and my friends friends cars. Maybe my friends call me down. Okay, I know my strength is a bit somehow, but let's just take it. It's just an example. Okay, so you can have any string, and I just decided to put this to a variable. Okay, now let me declare another variable which is going to hold my name there. So I'm going to have it as a name variable. So there, down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to print this string to the console, and later after that I'm going to modify it. I'm going to add um, the, the the name variable to it, and I'm going to remove it. I'm going to remove the names that I have in this the string here. Okay, so that whenever I change the variable's value, um, whenever I change the variable's value, um, this string here is going to inherit the value. Okay, and I'm gonna run this here though. So here I have my name is Dom. My friends call me Dom. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut this and paste this here. Okay, let me please. I don't think I'm going to need it right now. So um, I'm going to modify this. I'm going to make some changes here, and no, not here. So my name is here. My name is John plus name. So there, and I'm gonna have these two. So I'm concatenating the name variable to my string here. Okay, nice and beautiful. So now I'm going to run this code. Oh, wait, I think I'm doing something wrong. Yeah. I forgot to bring the addition operator here. There. So I have my name is Dom. My friend calls me Dom. Now I'm going to change Dom to something else, and the string is also going to inherit the new name that I have assigned to my name variable. So I'm going to change it to Jane. So you know, now when I run this, my name is Jane. My friends calls me Jane. My friends call me Jane, and I can also change to something else. Like Prince or something. I don't know. But I just choose Prince. So my name is Prince. My friends call me Prince. So you see how um, you see how important variables are in programming. Yeah. So in JavaScript, you can use variables in such a way to make your code simple and neat. So there's more to it. There's more you can do with JavaScript. And also one thing, I think that there's two things I forgot to mention. In JavaScript, you can have a multi variable declared on a single line. So here I could just have just var keyword here, just one of them. Then I'm going to declare multi variable using a comma to separate them. So this is the same as declaring it one by one. By this time around, I'm declaring it on a single line with a comma sign separating them, and that is also going to work perfectly. Okay, so let me try this. Yeah, it's working. And also in declaring variables in JavaScript, you can start a variable at the identifier with an underscore. You can begin with an underscore or a dollar sign, and both of them are going to work without any error. But you should know number, you cannot start with a number. Okay, so I'm change to an underscore, and that is also going to work because in JavaScript, those symbols seems to you know be seems to be valid somehow. Depends on how you use it. Okay, depends on how you use it or where you place it in your code. So let's say if I have this here and I run, there's going to be an error because this is undefined. But I can declare variable, just underscore, and equal to, let's say, 30. And I'm going to console log underscore, and it's going to work. It's going to work. So console log underscore 30, and I can also change underscore, as I said earlier, to a dollar sign, and that is also going to work perfectly. The oh sorry oh yeah, that's because that 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 error is, it has something to do with the editor, so you need not to worry. But you can declare a variable with an identifier of a dollar sign, and that's also going to work. So there's more to it. As I said earlier, you can assign state almost any statement to a variable, function, scenario, and all that. And as we continue with this tutorial, JavaScript tutorial, there's going to be cases that we're going to use variables to um, hold some of the statements. So probably you'll come across a whole lot, and whenever that is used, I'm going to make sure I hammer on that, just to bring your attention to it. So this brings us to the end of this video, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do so, and comment. Also, if you have anything that you want to ask or something, you can just comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Regards.